Hey Mike, just want to do a screen share video with you. I want to make this as quick as possible, but I also want to get in depth on what I've promised you, which is how to take your capture page, your landing page, and no matter whether you're building this yourself or whether you're using GVO landing pages or any software that you're using to create landing pages, you can use this same technique, these same strategies I'm getting ready to show you, as long as you're hosting that page. If you're hosting that page yourself, then it's your page because you're hosting it. You're paying for the hosting service. So basically, you're customizing it and you're making it your own page. So I just want to dive in and show you some things. Here I am logged in. See, I'm using HostGator and GVO. I've had them both for a long time, but I'm just going to show you both of them. Because really that's the main two that I'm seeing online is these two. And here's the thing, cPanel is pretty much the same. I mean, you look at any cPanel, they're pretty much identical, all of them. So let's go in here to the cPanel, and we will we'll dive right in here and get going. So what I'm going to show you is how to take your landing page, your capture page, your lead capture page, and like at the bottom of it, you can personalize it. Put your own copyright. Like mine, I use my personal website. It's just another way to get traffic to my personal site, so that people can develop that trust and see who I am and kind of what I'm doing. So here I'm going to go to list accounts. So I've already created accounts. Now here's the other thing. If you are seeing this maybe the first time and you're thinking where in the world is all this stuff coming from, it's okay, because I've also got a training site for my team that has got tutorial videos on it of how to get a domain name. If you're starting from scratch, how to get your own domain name, how to change the name servers on it, and how to create exactly what I've got here. See, as you can see, I've got multiple sites hosted. So let's just go in here to the one we're going to work with today. I'm going to click on that C. Let me go back here. You see this little icon? That's your cPanel icon. So you're going to click on that, and see that's under the domain name we're going to choose. So I clicked on that icon, and that's going to take us over here. Now here's some videos right here inside your cPanel. Like I said, all of them are the same. So you're going to see this on all of them. You'll see it here in just a minute when we go over to HostGator. But you're going to see this icon pop up. If you want to get started now, you can go and you can watch tutorial videos, and it's a wizard that's going to take you through different steps. We're going to click no. I'm fine, thanks. All right, now what I'm going to do is scroll down to File Manager right here under Files. Let's click on File Manager, and it's going to ask you. It's going to give you a selection here. Excuse me. So I'm going to leave it on web root public domain. See, it's showing me the domain name here in the window, and you can pick different domains. Like on HostGator, we get over there, I'll have a window here that'll have all my different domains, and I click on it. So these two directories are set up just a tad bit different, but as far as this panel, it's going to look the same. All right, so the domain we're working with is thesecretmillionaire.net. I'm going to leave it checked web root. I'm going to click go. Now I'm going to pick index.html. Now here again, if you're thinking, I don't even have this part set up, that's okay. Like I just mentioned a little bit ago, on my training site that's for my team, I've got videos that goes from a brand new person getting a brand new domain name set up, step by step, exactly how to do it and how to get to this point right here. Okay, but if you've already got one set up, just follow this this video and it'll walk you right through it. When you get, and a lot of times you're going to have, and you'll see it on another domain we're going to work with here in a little bit, you'll see a whole selection here of different categories. We're only worried about this index.html. So click on that. It's going to highlight it. Then you can go right up here to your editor bar. All right, so let's click on HTML editor. See, a little window opens up. We're going to click edit. just leave this right here alone. Leave all this alone and just click edit. And it's going to open up your site in kind of a view mode like you would see it. All right, so right here, see where it says copyright, all rights reserved. See, I've built this page from scratch. I mean, this page is mine. I built it from nothing, just a blank just a blank slate. So it was just a white blank slate, and I built it myself. So, and I'm hosting it. I'm paying for the hosting on this, so I have the right to do as I please with it. So I put, and you can do this all right here. So I put this all right here. Now, right here what I've got is MikePilcher.com, which is my personal site. So I'm going to highlight it. And see, I'm not going to put www there. I don't care about that. I'm going to hyperlink it. So I highlight it. I go up here to my editor bar, and I find the little, looks like a little chain link right here. That's your link tab. So click on that. It's your hyperlink. It's going to open up in a window. All right, see right here? That's where you type in your URL. So you got HTTP, which is your protocol, or you can pick whichever one you're using. Most of them's always going to be http://www.mikepilcher.com. I entered that in that window right there. Now before you hit OK, always go up here, hit target, click on the new window. Always select new window. Here's why. Somebody comes to your capture page, your landing page, and they take a look, and let's say they haven't opted in yet, and let's say they've scrolled down, they're kind of feeling their way around your site to try to find out, who you are and what you're doing, and make sure it's ethical and all that, because it's just the way people are. They're skeptical, but they come across your site there at the bottom that we're working with, and they click on it. And if you don't have this go into a new window, then it's going to open up in that same window. So when they go to your personal site, in my example here, then now they've got away from the capture page that they was originally on, your landing page. A lot of people don't know how to use the back button and simply click it to go back to that site that they went off of. So in other words, they got off your site that they was originally came in on. Now they can't get back to it. That's not a good thing. So have everything open up in a new window. That way it'll open up in a separate window. Then when they want to go back to the original site, it's right there. Okay, so now you'll hit OK, and then you're done. Now I've already got this stuff done, so I'm not going to go ahead and hit OK again. I'm just walking you through it. So you'd hit OK. This little screen would go away, and there's your hyperlink right there. So when people click on this MikePilcher.com, it automatically opens up in a separate window, and it takes them straight to my site. So other things that you might want to change on this in this view mode here, you could do it all right here. Now before you leave, always make sure you go right up here and click on Save. Because if you don't, everything you just done is not going to save it, and it's not going to be there. You're going to lose it. So, okay, so hit Save, and you're done. All right, now let's go to the code editor. This is where you'll work most of the time. So again, you're going to click on index.html. This time we're going to go to code editor. Leave these windows here alone and just simply click edit. All right, now if you're seeing HTML for the first time, you're probably freaking out and thinking, what in the world? Just relax, it's okay. See, just a handful of years ago, really about 3 years ago, is when I really started learning HTML, and it was completely foreign to me. See, I didn't have videos like this. I didn't have nobody helping me, and that's why I want to give back and help you to be able to understand and be able to do HTML and just simple stuff like this, that there's no sense in paying somebody a couple $100 to do this when you can do it yourself. And my philosophy is always this: if somebody else has done it, so can I, and so can you. All right, so when you first create your capture page, and especially if you're using like a software to create capture pages, 9 out of 10 of them are not going to put, they're going to have a title in it, and the title is really going to be whatever the title of your capture page happens to be. It may not be, it may be the first line, it may be a whole sentence, and you don't really want that. You can simply add a title tag. You can add another meta tag, which is description, and you can put a description, which is very, very good for search engines, and also for people that's finding your sites. Gives it just a brief description of what your site's about, and then keywords, which is really important for search engine optimization. So, if somebody goes to the search engine like Google or Yahoo, Bing, whatever your favorite search engine is, and searches, a keyword, let's say Big Idea Mastermind, they search that. Well, if you've got that keyword in here, there's a lot of times that your page is going to pop up. All right, so here I've just added these categories that was not here. All right, now you're wondering how to find them and how to put them in here. That's what I'm going to show you. So let's go over here to capture page we're working with. See, here's the capture page that I built from scratch. Here's the part right here that we was just talking about, that we just worked with, and then here is my site, my personal site that we just added. So let's do it. Let's click on it. See, it opens up in a separate window. There's my personal site. Now people can go, and they can go to my blog on my personal site. They can go to About Us, about me, find out, who I am and kind of where I've come from. So, I've got a books tab. I've got all kinds of different places here for people to go to and visit and see. I've got videos down here, so they can see that I'm a godly man. I believe in God, and some people, some don't. That's okay. That's your deal. But it allows people to be able to see who I am. So, right click on this page, and you can do this on any page. So right click, hit View Page Source. Now you may know how to do this and you may not, but right here is where you can grab this these title lines. So let's go here and grab these first 3 lines, right click, we hit copy. So what I've got is the title line, the next line, which is the description, and the next one is keywords. All right, so make sure you grab it out to the end of these arrows too. So you've got the brackets, then you got a forward slash, and you got an arrow. Always make sure you grab it to the end of that. Okay, so let's see, this shows everything. Now here's another thing. Down here at the bottom, I'm going to show you how to add a tracking code so that you can excuse me, track all this stuff and see where your traffic's coming from, and see, it'll tell you the source I'm getting ready to give you is free. And of course there's upgrade options too, but you can use it as a free member, and you can get all kinds of stats that most tracking don't give you. This gives you the IP address that people came from. It gives you the program their computer's using. Like I'm using a Mac, so it'll show you that. It'll show you if it come from an iPhone or an Android phone, or it'll show if it come from an iPad. It'll show you exactly where it come from. If they're using Windows 7 platform, or if they're using Firefox like I am, it's going to show you that. And I'll show you that here in a little bit, and I'll give you that tracking service for absolutely free. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do that. Now in the capture page, let's say for an example, I want to go to my capture page and change where it's being directed to. So like through the form, when somebody fills out the form, like right here, I could go in here and simply change this right here, hit save, and I could take them to a different campaign in my autoresponder. All right, so a lot of things you can do. There's your page source that you can use on any website. All right, so let's go back here to cPanel. Now we've got that information that we just collected. We just copied our mouse. All right, so here's all that information right here. Here's all the keywords. See, I'm going to go out to the end of that arrow. Now, this is not going to be there. On most of your capture pages, it will not be there. So you're going to have line 3, which is going to have these tags, the word head, then the other tag, and then below it on line 4 will be your meta tag, and then course on down. So what we're going to simply do is we're going to come in after this head tag to line 4, and the lines may not be exact. It could be a line or two off, so it may not be line 4 on yours. But use this video as an example. You can play it. You can get to this point, pause it, go to a new window where you've got yours opened up, and go do what we're getting ready to do here. So this would not be there. So see, we're starting with a blank. So what we would do is we would simply put our mouse and click it right at the end of that symbol, head, the arrow symbol, and then we'd hit our Enter tab. And see, it drops it down one line. Now remember, all these 3 lines will not be there on yours. So we drop that down one line, and then we hit right click, paste, and it will drop. Now I'm not going to drop it in there again because I've already got it, but it would drop that code in there that we just copied. All right. So you can also, let's say, right click and paste don't work on your computer because you're doing HTML. Some of them won't, some of them will. If it don't, you can use Control V like Victor. Or like on mine on a Mac, it's Command. You use the Command button, the letter V, Victor, and that will paste stuff right in there. Now if you're copying, you would use either, like if you're using a Windows machine, you'd use Control A, which highlights it. Control C, like Charlie, will copy it. Control V, Victor, will paste it. On the Mac, Command A copies it. Command C, or excuse me, Command A highlights it. Command C copies it. Command V paste it. All right. All right. So I think you get the idea. We paste that right in there because, like I said again, these 3 lines would not be there on yours. So you'll just drop down a line after that head tag right there. Paste in there what we just copied. And then I'm going to show you how to modify. So let's bring that line back up. All right. So now, after you've dropped that in there, let's say, for example, you want to go to my capture page and pull these 3 lines out to put in yours. Well, you're going to want to change these titles. So you're going to come in after the title, after that arrow, stay after that arrow, and you would come in here to the other arrow. So see, you've got it after the arrow where you've highlighted, and then you've got it before this other arrow. Stay in those 2 brackets. And simply hit, highlight that, simply hit delete, and then all you got to do is type in the title that you would want for you. Same thing with description. You see these 2 little symbols. That's your brackets. So go from symbol to symbol. Stay inside those 2. If you take those symbols out, this thing will not work right. You take one of these arrows out, it will not work right. So you can hit delete now, and it would simply do away with what you've got highlighted. Then just type in a brief description of your site. Keywords. Stay after those 2 little brackets. We're going to highlight over to the other brackets. We would hit delete and then just type in the keywords for you. Make money at home, or JohnnyWiz.com, whatever your site is, whatever your keywords that you want to use, you would type it in right there. Comma separated. So like here, Big Idea Mastermind is a keyword, comma, and so on and so on. Okay? Once you do all that, then we're going to scroll down the bottom. And some of these will have, like these right down here, they will have body in your tags and HTML in your tags. Some of them won't. If they don't, it's no big deal. Go to the bottom of the page and just take exactly what you see that I just highlighted. Take that and add it to your page at the very bottom, after the very last symbol that's on there, add this stuff. If yours has got it, leave it there. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put our cursor right in front of this arrow on the word body. Now you see my stat code's already here. I'm going to give you this free source now and show you how to get your own stat code, how to enter it on this page. That way when anybody, no matter where they're at in the world, when they go to your page, you're going to see who they are, where they come from, what time, and I'll show you some of these stats that it records, IP address, I mean so much stuff. All right, so let's go over here. I'll give you the name of the source here in just a second, but here's the domain we're working with right now. Here's just some of the stats. As you can see, this is all January 2nd, which is today. So we got January 2nd. See, this one came from Mac operating system, but see, it's me. It says you. So that's me. That's where I'm testing. All right, here's Daytona Beach, Florida. It tells you the IP address right here. It tells you their internet provider. This is bellsouth.net. It tells where it comes from. See right here, Midnight Sun List or sunsafelist.com. So it's a safe list I use. It came from there. The traffic came from there, and it went to the site we're working on, thesecretmillionaire.net. All right, see here they're using Windows 8. They're using Chrome for a browser. See, like up here, I'm using Firefox. See, it tells you what browser people was using and everything. All right, so just some good information this thing collects. It allows you to see where your traffic's coming from, what's working for you, what's not. And see, just like these safe lists, you know, the ones I'm using, I have eliminated a lot of them because some of them just flat don't work. And your tracking system, if you're using one, will tell you exactly what does and what doesn't work. See, as we scroll down here, we can just see where stuff's coming from. See, like right here, here's from Saskatchewan in Canada. Here it's a Yahoo search. So somebody searched Yahoo, and look at here. They search, here it tells you what they searched. They searched the keyword Secret Millionaire Society. All right, so I've got some of these keywords in there. That's why it picked me up. That's why they landed on my site. All right, so it's pretty simple stuff here. Here's Honolulu, Hawaii. Now look, they came from one of my sites. They came from my blog. So somebody was already on my blog, which they've probably found in the search engine. It's up in the search engine. So they came from my blog. Then it led them to my capture page, my landing page. Here's from Missouri. Another one came from my blog. See, it came from my blog. So you kind of get the idea. Some of them are going to say no referring link. 9 times out of 10, those came from a search engine. It may be in a search engine that this software don't recognize or something. But see, it just goes on through and it shows you all kinds of information. All right, so let's go up here and let's go to configuration. I'll show you how to get the code. Here's default code. Right there. You would click it, hit copy. Now let's go back over here. All right, remember right here, body. So we put the cursor right in front of that body tag, right in front of that arrow. And then simply hit you can either hit, right click copy, or you can, I use the command keys all the time. So like on my Mac, it'd be Command V, like Victor. If you're using a Windows system, then it would be Control V. So the control key and the letter V at the same time, okay? Or you can simply hit the control key, hold it down, and then hit the letter V, let up, and it drops that code. See, I'm not going to do it because I've already got my code in there. So it drops all this code in there for you like that. So all that code's already in there for you. And then all you got to do is you're done with this page basically. So let's go up here, top right corner where it says Save Changes, you would hit Save Changes. Now I'm not going to do it because this page is already set up and this is for demonstration. So I'm not going to go ahead and save something that's not there. So you would hit Save Changes and you'll see it. It'll click up a little deal and it'll right in here and it'll say your changes have been saved. All right, so basically you're done. We can click out of that. All right, and now what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to HostGator, and I will run you through HostGator real quick. Here's my cPanel of HostGator. I'm going to log in. See, there's that same icon. See, this panel looks almost identical. Here's that same icon. We're going to hit no, I'm fine, thanks. We're going to scroll down. Remember what we're looking for under Files, File Manager. Click on that. It's going to ask you for your different domains. Let's click on Best Free System. Let's go to Web Root Public. Hit Go. See, this one's got more categories. Some of them do, some of them don't. This one just, well, this is actually using off of a software program, so it's going to add a lot more stuff. Plus, it's got some of my other domains mixed in here with it. So we're going to go down here and find index.html. There it is. Click it. It highlights it. Same thing. You can go right over here, click HTML editor. Just leave all this stuff alone. Hit edit. Here's the capture page. Now, here's where I've added this stuff. So it may on your, if you're using a software, it may say powered by, you know, blah, 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 whatever. You can simply insert your site by highlighting what was there. Hit delete, add your site right there. Then once you do it, go up here to your editor bar, find the hyperlink, looks like a little chain link, click it. Okay, leave this stuff up here alone, go down here at the bottom where it's URL, type in the URL right here that you want the stuff to go to. So when somebody clicks on whatever you type there, where do you want that to go? Where do you want them to go to? Click, that's what you're going to put there. You got to put the whole HTML, blah, 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 all just like I got there, okay? All right, then right here, remember what I said about opening a new window? Make sure you open in a new window. Then hit apply, and always just proofread. You know I get to going fast. Sometimes I don't proofread. I might make a mistake. I just always go back and look real carefully and make sure that I've got that going where it's supposed to. Make sure I haven't misspelled it or anything. Hit apply. Now this one's already done, so I'm not going to hit it, but you would hit apply. This window would go away. And then you just go up here, if you're done making changes, to save. Save's right here. It's a little blue tab right there. You highlight it, see it comes up save. Hit save, and you're done. All right, now we've still got this highlighted, index.html. Now let's go back to the code editor like we did on the other one. Leave all this alone. Click edit. All right, see, it all looks the same. So here's your title. Now remember, you can go back to these videos and you can get to this point. Hit pause. Have your stuff open in a separate window and just jump back and forth. You know, play this video a little bit, then go to your window, pause it, then go to your window and just do the same thing. And you can do that very easily That's the beauty of these videos, is it allows you to do this stuff. All right, so see here the body tag. Remember the other one had body, then it had the other tags back behind it, HTML. See, this one don't have that. It's got the body tag though. And see, the body tag is what we're after, because all your code at the end of the page here, your stat code, has to go in front of the body tag. So like right here, we put our flashing cursor right in front of body. You'll see it there. I can see it. You may not be able to see it on this video, but I can see it briefly. I mean, it's very vague. It's very faint. But you'd have it right there. You would hit your Control V, or on a Mac it'd be Command V, or you can simply right click and paste. And it would drop that code in there in front of that body tag, just like it appears here. Go up here to the top right, hit Save Changes, and you're done. Okay, so pretty simple stuff. It may seem a little bit confusing, but trust me, after you go through the videos, it'll make sense. And after you just get in the do mode, you go in and just start doing stuff, it'll make a lot more sense. So don't be afraid to do it. You know, if you screw up, so what? You can go back and redo it. It's not that big a deal. I've got videos, like I mentioned earlier, all the way through these steps of how to go set up your hosting account, how to start from scratch if you don't even have a domain name yet. I've got videos on my site that walks you through in great detail how to do all that stuff. So no big deal. All right, here's your source. Go to statcounter.com. Stat, just like it says right here at the top, statcounter.com. Get you a free site. It don't cost you nothing. And see, I'm not getting any commissions off this or nothing. I'm just giving you a free tool that I use. I'm not making 1 red cent off this. I'm just giving it to you absolutely free. Go to statcounter.com, get your own site set up, free site, and then you can go in here and you can do all this stuff yourself. Have your own stat counter. And now when you go to it, you're going to set up your projects. And there's videos and there shows you how to do it. And then, like say we're still on the same website that we've been working on, the same capture page. So you would go, here's really what I look at. I don't pay much attention to all this stuff here. You can, but you can be in here for hours going through stuff when you don't need to be. You're just wasting time, and to me, time is money, and I'm trying to be productive. So it's not on my calendar, on my planner, to mess around stuff like this. I just go to this tab right here. Every day I go to my stats. I'll go to the site that I'm wanting to see. I scroll down. I'll click on that site name. I'll scroll right down here to recent visitor activity. I'll click on it. And voila, there is all the stats. See, we're having people come in here since we was just on there a little bit ago. So, another Canada. But it just gives you all this stuff. And this stuff's good to know, because if you're promoting, like say I do a lot of solo ads, so if you're doing solo ads and you ain't tracking stuff, or no matter what you're advertising, you're not tracking it, then you don't know if it's working or not. But if, like in my case where I'm doing so many different advertising platforms, I know exactly where my stuff's coming from, because I can go right here and see. And let's say, for an example, this Safe List XL, if I'm using that and after a couple weeks and it's not showing up in here, then I'm going to start really paying attention to that, because that tells me it's not working. So I'll just keep looking for it. If it's not showing up, then I'm going to start questioning that platform, and I'm going to go back in that particular advertising platform and start doing some looking to see if I've done something wrong in there or what's going on. And I might do one more test. And if I don't see it in my stat counter again, then I'm not going to use that service anymore, because it's not working. See, this tells you exactly where your stuff's coming from. So I get a lot of stuff coming from my blogs. Just like my personal blog here, my Empower Network blog. I got a lot of people that's going to my blog then they're getting on my capture page from my blog, which is originally where I want them anyway. I want them on my landing page, my capture page. That's where I really want them, because I want to get that opt-in, get them in my autoresponder, and then let my follow-up system start taking care of building the relationship automatically, on autopilot. So that's that. I think I've got everything pretty much covered here. StatCounter.com. See right here. You got StatCounter.com. Here's what it's going to look like when you go to it. There's what it's going to look like. StatCounter.com. You'll go in here. See, I'm already a member, so I log in here. And all you got to do is just go up here, hit sign up, pick a username. I try to keep my usernames all the same. So like my GVO, everything, it's all the same. Everything's the same. So just go in here, pick a username, email address. You're going to set up your full name, your password, and you're done. That is it. So that's pretty much it. Here's my capture page. We've made, most of the changes we made was right here. So how it appears when people see it. Because trust me, when people come here, they're always going to be looking for what's wrong. What's wrong with this? People have got their guard up. They're paranoid. They're just looking for what's wrong. And if you've got your personal site right down here, I have found out that gives you a lot more chances of getting an opt-in. Because they may not opt in this page right now, but once they go over to your personal site, like here, I just clicked on that, and they start cruising around looking at you. If you've got good information there, they're probably going to get their questions answered. They'll either opt in on your personal site, or they'll come back to here, opt in. But that's kind of how you make your changes. And then remember, go over here in the blank portion of any site, right-click, go down to View Page Source, and it gives you all these codes that you could use. Now, I'm not promoting go to somebody's page and copy all this stuff. Don't do that. That's not ethical. Do not do that. But if you wanted to go and say use these first 3 lines, like right here, to get those right meta tags. See, if you don't get these right meta tags, this HTML tagging right, you're going to screw your page up. It will not work. So if you want to go grab those and then simply change the title, put your own description in it, put your own keywords in it. Don't copy other people's stuff. Put your own stuff in there. But you could go copy that section like I've got highlighted there. And what it's doing, it's giving you the right meta tags, giving you the right placement. So everything's going to be in the right order, and it'll all work properly. So hopefully this makes sense. I've enjoyed doing this video for you. I hope it was helpful. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. In the next video, really what we're going to talk about is how to take that landing page, go place an ad somewhere like a solo advertising platform, and I'm going to show you in detail how to do that, how to get the results you're looking for. So I'll see you in the next video. God bless you.